We're going to be talking about the different types of retinoids. We're going to be talking about the strengths of retinoids, and also we're going to be talking about starting retinoids as an absolute retinoid virgin. So the first thing that's important to understand is a retinoid is like a box. The box is called retinoid. Inside that box, you'll find different types of retinoids, and all the retinoids have different names. They can be called retinol, they can be called retinal, they can be called retinyl acetate, propionate, and palmitate. But all of them can be classified as retinoids. To make this video understandable and to basically सब कुछ आसान करने के लिए, I am just going to be talking about Tretinoin, which is the highest strength or the most powerful retinoid, and we're going to be talking about Retinol. Most of the serums, majority of serums will refer to the retinoid as a retinol, even if the retinol that they're using has variations. So they could be using any of the lower retinoids and still call it a retinol. So it pays to go and understand the ingredients once. So why are the retinoids in a different height as compared to retinoid? You see, जितना दूर आपका retinol variation होगा tretinoin से, means that उतना ज़्यादा conversion it has to go through to give you the effect that tretinoin gives you. Tretinoin is the top-notch retinoid, the number one retinoid, and it gives you massive benefits for your skin. It rejuvenates your skin, it's anti-aging, smooths your wrinkles, removes pigmentation, removes uneven skin tone, and improves the collagen and elastin in your skin. Net, अगर आप Tretinoin use कर रहे हैं, you may not see the difference in the first year, very dramatic difference, of course depends on your skin, but 10 years later आपसे लोग पूछेंगे आपकी skin का राज क्या है? Tretinoid. So now that we have that covered, HPR is the newest retinoid. It doesn't have the same amount of irritation that Tretinoin does, but it also doesn't have the same amount of data that Tretinoin has. Tretinoin has this massive data, massive years of research, which shows you that it's one of the gold standard ingredient for anti-aging and improving the health and even the way your skin looks. So, Tretinoin. So now that we have that sorted, let's understand Tretinoin and Retinol. Now, when we look at retinol is predominantly any of the serums that you have. And Tretinoin will generally be a prescription strength cream. You will get it at a pharmacy. वो बहुत ही, unimaginative, dull से tube में आता है, because brands really can't sell Tretinoin. It is a scheduled drug. That's why I keep telling you, please go meet a dermatologist before you start your Retin A. That is what Tretinoin is commonly known in the market. There's Retin A, and there's also adapalene, which is a form of Tretinoin, but it also comes with BP. Adapalene is over the counter. You can get it in India, so even Retin A is over the counter, but I strongly advise you that you please meet a dermatologist before you start using it. When it comes to the serums, retinol serums, these are available in beautifully packaged bottles, and they come with care, they come with full instructions कि आप इसको सिर्फ PM routine में use करिए, make sure आप sunscreen use कर रहे हैं, make sure आप इस active के साथ उसको combine नहीं कर रहे हैं, and all of those things. But invariably when you handle a Tretinoin, the doctor just tells you use कर लेना, and शाम को use करेगा, धूप में मत use करेगा, and that's it. But when you're using Tretinoid, it's extremely important that it's only used in the PM routine and that you follow your sunscreen religiously. I have a whole playlist, make sure you catch that. This is just a beginner level video. When you use Tretinoid, you will go through something called the retinization process. In the retinization process, you're going to have peeling, you might have redness, you might have sensitivity, which is normal. This retinization process can last from between 2 weeks to even 2 months. It really depends on your skin. Some people will have no effect at all, and some people will be like, हम तो इसको use ही नहीं कर सकते हैं. It's just not going to work for you. In such a case, you should know that you have sensitive skin. And so you need to understand what is the percentage that you should work best with. We're going to come back to percentages a little later in the video. Then comes retinol. Typically, retinol serums will not have the same severity of retinization, या इतना severe retinization, peeling, irritation, redness आपको नहीं होगा as compared to Retinoid. Because retinol is, remember, it's a commercial product, you know. If the product gives you irritation, redness and all that, तो आप बोलोगे ये brand ही खराब है. So the brand is very careful that it formulates the serum in a way that it gives you the least amount of pain. So it is the most sophisticated type of retinoid as compared to tretinoin. We've already established that, right? Over the counter and the plain tube as compared to this beautiful bottle and beautiful packaging. Now let's understand the numbers behind these. The numbers can be a little confusing right from school. It's very normal to get confused with these numbers. So I'm going to try and help you understand the various strengths. It's important to understand the strength and to understand कि आप tretinoin use कर रहे हैं या retinol use कर रहे हैं. So if you come down to the strength, tretinoin is typically available in 0.1%, 0.05% and 0.025%. Keep in mind that even though 25% appears greater than 1%, there is a zero in between, and that's what defines the strength of the tretinoin. Whenever there's a zero, it means it is that much reduced in strength. So 0.025% is the most mildest retinoin as compared to the 3% available over here. In retinol, it's the same thing. 3 is greater than 2 because now we're talking about. आप ये समझ लीजिए कि this is the descending order of strength between tretinoin and retinol. Now the question is that is retinol at 0.2% then stronger than tretinoin at 0.05%? If you just take number to number, yes, 0.2% is stronger than 0.05% tretinoin. It is. But remember that retinol is removed from tretinoin, right? Tretinoin comes right on top and retinol is the second from tretinoin, which means retinol has to go through various phases for it to convert into tretinoin to give you the advantage that tretinoin can give you, to give you the advantage to your skin. And in that conversion is where it is weaker in strength as compared to tretinoin. A good way to understand is that a lemon is a tretinoin and an orange is a retinol. So even though the retinol appears bigger, it can't be as khatta as the lemon is. So even though the lemon is small, it packs a lot more khattaness as compared to the orange, which is bigger. So when you're looking for massive power, you're looking for massive changes in your skin, and your goal is recovery from acne, recovery from very bad pigmentation, and recovery of your skin from scars and anti-aging, you're looking at tretinoin. Retinols are a good beginner products to use when you're under 25, 26, and they're always good for your skin, especially if you have a very active lifestyle. If you're above 35, my recommendation is to either look for a powerful retinol at 0.2% and ease your skin, or a kind of help your skin adjust to using retinols, and then move to 0.25% or 0.5, and then to 0.5% and then to 1%. Now comes in what we spoke about earlier about sensitive skin. It has been studied, and the results of the study was that 0.1% retinoid and 0.025% tretinoin over a period of time actually give you the same results. So ऐसा नहीं है, the 0.025% tretinoin will not give you the anti-aging benefits, the skin strengthening benefits, or the skin restoration benefits. Dono will give you the same effect. Only thing is 0.25% will actually give you less irritation as compared to 0.1% or 0.5%. So if you have very sensitive skin, or if you're somebody who spends a lot of time outside in the direct sun, it's alright to use 0.025% retinoin because आपको वो redness, irritation, peeling and sensitivity बहुत कम होगी as compared to 0.1%. So those of you who wrote to me and said we just couldn't tolerate the tretinoin and we don't know what to do, it just doesn't work for you, switch back to 0.25% because in tretinoin, it's been scientifically demonstrated that just because it is stronger doesn't mean it's better. It's still the same. It's just that the results, the time difference of results might be a little different. Especially when it comes to sensitive skin, you still want to go easy because every time there's irritation in the skin or there is too much of peeling and there's too much of disturbance in the skin, that can actually lead to pigmentation because that is skin's response. And at no point do we want our skin to be irritated for that reason alone. So make a very thought out, intelligent decision कि आपको कौन सी percentage में खेलना है. Let's quickly cover how do you start tretinoins. The best thing to do is to go slow. Start once a week, small quantity and low frequency. Once a week is enough, and then build it up depending on your skin. If your skin is too irritated one day, gets too red, back off. Reduce the quantity and reduce the frequency. It's not good to introduce exfoliation if you have a lot of redness, a lot of peeling in the first few weeks, the first few months of using Tretinoin. Go easy. In fact, if you have peeling with the retinol serums also, avoid the AHA, BHA till your skin kind of adjusts. Remember, you want to give your skin time to adjust to both of these, because at no point do we want our skin to be irritated, because irritation leads to inflammation, and inflammation can lead to pigmentation. And also we want to protect the skin barrier. If the skin barrier is compromised because of all the peeling and redness, what is the point of putting an AHA, BHA on it, right? We don't want to do that. It's just going to make it more irritated. Treat your skin like a baby when you're starting the retinoid journey. Don't forget to use the sunscreen. I can't say this over and over again, because your skin is going to get more sensitive to sun, and you could actually get really bad reactions of hyperpigmentation. So do not forget to use the sunscreen. Make sure you're working on your skin barrier. Use a lot of oils on your skin, good non-irritating oils, like, you could use the detoxy almond oil, you could use a Ayurvedic oil, a kumkumadi oil. You could just use a simple oil that your family is used to, whether it's coconut oil or mustard oil. Use that. It's all right. It'll help your skin barrier recover and will actually calm your skin a lot. So do those things. Vaseline is great, and if you are used to Borolene, use Borolene. I have a video on how to help your skin recover the barrier. You could have a look at that and get some more tips. The retinoids, unless they are formulated for the eye area, should not be used near your eye area, because they can actually dry up your tear duct. So you want to make sure before you apply them, you apply a thin layer of Vaseline around your eye so that it doesn't leak or doesn't move over there. And then, generally they say apply it over here. I go in a little deeper over here, and then I, use the Tretinoin. So use the Vaseline over here. If you don't use it, you're going to get a lot of peeling. Whenever there's peeling, there's irritation. It can lead to more pigmentation, and the same thing over here. Avoid going too close, apply that. This goes for retinol and for Tretinoin. Now, if your skin gets adjusted to the retinol, you can go a little deeper over here, but let your skin guide you. But with Tretinoin, just avoid 1, 2, and 3. Should you use these on your neck? Most of the retinol serums you can use on your neck. It doesn't cause you irritation, but Tretinoin can cause you irritation because the skin just doesn't have enough fat over here. It's a very thin skin. And when you apply Tretinoin directly, it can, make your skin sensitive. It can get peeling. It can also make it very rough. The best way to do it is to apply moisturizer, then go in with the Tretinoin, and then apply the moisturizer again. Basically, sandwich the Tretinoin between 2 applications of moisturizer for your neck specifically. If you find your skin is too dry, too much of peeling, too much of sensitivity in your skin, you could also follow the sandwich method for your face as well. And slowly first stop using moisturizer before your Tretinoin, and then stop using it after Tretinoin. So basically, sandwich ka ek bread nikal diya, and after some time dusra bread nikal diya, and just keep the Tretinoin on your face. But if your skin needs it, if you feel it's just too dry or it's just getting very sensitive, do not be scared to use the moisturizer. Keep in mind that any of the retinoids, Tretinoin or retinol, is a long-term game. ये वो नहीं है कि तुमने आज करा और कल तुमको रिजल्ट्स मिल गए and things are going to get sorted and your skin is going to transform. कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं होता है for good skin, So this is a long-term game. It's like a long-term relationship. Commit कर दिया है तो आपको 5-6 years use करना है, and if you want the real benefits, तो you have to be in it for at least 10 years, right? I'm not advising to do that with your relationships, but with Tretinoin, that's the kind of relationship you want. It's a long-term commitment. And I think that pretty much covers up the retinoids. I've been in a relationship with retinoids for almost like 9 years now, I think, and I completely love it. There are times I have to stop it because it suddenly gets very sensitive, or I might be a little careless and कोई strong AHA BHA use कर लिया and all that stuff. But होता है. So I, stop using it for about 2-3 weeks. The skin recovers. I go back to it, and sometimes I get peelings, and sometimes I don't get peeling. Just listen to your skin and make sure it's not irritated. That's the bottom line in using retinoids. For more on these, I'm going to meet you in the comment section.